Hey, it's Chris Beyer.
Chris Boling.
Brad Johnson.
Hey, Brett.
Bottom line Thursday, gentlemen.
Woo!
Good to be back on with you. Brad, I know
Yeah.
you've got an interesting topic today about somebody that was in the news.
Did you hear about Eric?
I think so. Is that the
I
guy?
know a couple of
Eric's
Erics.
He,
Eric's suing people again.
he
And
sues
he
everybody.
Eric.
Eric's suing the Labor Department.
Nice.
Wow.
I better say who Eric is, right? Because everyone
Yeah,
probably knows a few of them, and I don't want to impugn the wrong one. So
very
Eric
true.
stands for the ERISA Industry Committee. They represent about 100 really large employers, so think like Pepsi, Comcast, and some others. And so the lawsuit is they're suing the Labor Department over these very detailed, complex mental health parity rules. So it'll be
Yes.
interesting to see how this goes. And
Yes.
so if anyone has watched last week's Bottom Line, we talk about deregulation.
Hmm.
This lawsuit could be coming at around the right time with that as a backdrop, because you might recall last week we talked about Trump signed an executive order for every new regulation, you have to get rid of 10,
Yes.
and it can't cost businesses more than before. This one is definitely costing businesses more. So I know we've talked as a group, if we have clients that have to fill out this thing called an NQTL analysis, basically to show that your mental health benefits are on par with your non-mental health benefits, you're gonna have to hire somebody, and it's
Hmm.
going to cost at least 12 grand to do it. And that doesn't guarantee that you'll pass. And then you'll also probably have to change your plan. So if they're successful in this lawsuit getting rid of it, I think a lot of
Yeah.
businesses will be quite happy. And it's not so much that they don't want to go with the spirit of the
Right.
mental health parity rule. Hey, yeah, give the best mental health care you can afford to give with the
Absolutely.
organization. It's all
Yeah.
that, but just don't make me do this analysis, among other things in their
Good
lawsuit.
thing.
So be interesting to see where it turns out. And last little tidbit about Eric, their lead lawyer, get this. He was the Secretary of Labor during Trump's first term. So he's the guy suing the Labor Department, and he used to be the Secretary of
And he
Labor.
knows he knows all the ins and outs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
he's got email addresses. So I have a feeling this has a pretty good chance. Eric might be successful on this
Good.
one.
Get rid of this
So
thing.
anyhow,
See, and I think you said back to the spirit of it. There are plans that truly have no mental health benefits that still exist out there, and the employers are very staunch on we're not paying for that sort of thing because that was the practice from
Right.
time being. And in the past, I think it makes sense that you want to cover mental health the same way, but just do it. You don't have to go through all of the analysis. Just say
No.
it is covered. I
yeah.
think there's such a simpler way than to check off all those boxes.
It's literally one sentence. It's covered as any other illness. Period. Done.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah.
$12,000, please.
All right. I mean, there
Yeah.
can't be limits on inpatient, outpatient, covered as any other illness. I mean, I can go to my primary care physician 48 times if I need to. Cover mental health the same way. Done. Simple. Let's save the freaking 12 grand and the 400 hours it takes to gather all the stuff that nobody can figure out if you're actually meeting it or not.
I'm on board.
I like it.
And my last thought is, so I can start a future bottom line with Chris is suing somebody. We'll have to come up with a good acronym for Chris.
All right.
That's our homework. All right.
Okay.
So that was about
On
Eric.
it.
We'll worry about Chris in the
All
future.
right.
All right. Thank you, Brad.
Thanks for
See you
sharing.
guys.
All right. We'll see
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.